I'm Patricia Elliott. I work as a professional coach and as a communication consultant for corporations and government departments. I want to introduce you to the Q-Box, a structure used to focus and expand the ways we think about complex issues. The Q-Box is covered with questions, single words, short phrases that trigger connections within the brain. When I am coaching, clients sometimes ask me to tell them what to do. I believe each person has their own answers, and yet finding them is not an easy chore. A few years ago, I created the Q-Box for self-coaching, a structure for independent thinking. People use this tool to guide themselves through thinking about their worries, their challenges, their confusions, and their upsets. The process moves from insight to action. The Q-Box for self-coaching is being used by individuals and by Q-Box groups. The members of these groups have used this box to work through every possible life challenge, from marital struggles, the loss of loved ones, achieving their goals, making career changes, and so much more. Videos about the Q-Box for self-coaching and Q-Box groups can be found on this website. The success of the Q-Box for self-coaching was the catalyst to create the Q-Box for business. Technology has dramatically changed how we connect, and yet it cannot replace the human dynamics inherent in face-to-face communication. We each need to be seen, heard, and valued for the work we do. When facilitating dialogue seminars, the question often comes up, how can we keep these great conversations going without a facilitator? I have been hard-pressed for an answer until now. Today, I want to tell you about the Q-Box for business. When the Q-Box for business was being developed, some of the things that came up were, what if all voices could be heard? What if each person could share his or her thinking without interruption? What if each person had the opportunity to contribute thoughts about workplace issues was equal? What if both right and left brain thinking was engaged? Let me go over each side of the Q-Box for business. On side one, the question is, what is the issue? Is it a situation that might get worse without attention? A problem needing a solution? A challenge that will require a stretch of resources and/or skills? Or is it an opportunity that has both promise and risk? On side two, the question is, what is the origin of this issue? What background information will shed light on this? Side three is about cost and consequences. What is the cost of not taking action? Without action, what will be the future impact on people and resources? Side 4 asks, what is missing? What information and options have not been considered? I like to think of this question as, what's the thought that has not been thunk yet? On side 5, the question is, what might be a next step? What possibilities for action stand out? Side 6 moves us into the action phase of this process. The question is, what are the insights about the origin, the cost, what's missing, and next steps? People now use the pool of information gathered to collaborate and make decisions about what action to take. The next questions are, what's the start date, who takes the lead, and what support is needed? The Q-Box now becomes the tool to assess progress, add or change a step, and to address a break in momentum. So there you have it. Thank you for taking time to learn about the Q-Box for business. To place an order and to see the videos about self-coaching and Q-Box groups, please move to the home page.